and welcome to the Spookins channel, a place for us to speak about all things horror. I am Sam.
I'm Sarah.
We are back on Traitors for you today after a little 2-week hiatus. We are back, episode 8, ready and raring to go.
Nice.
Picking up where we left off, we had given you a little 4-way conundrum to think about. But going back further than that, just for a quick recap, because it has been a little while.
It has, yeah.
In the last episode, Tiffany Valentine got herself into some trouble. Riffraff and Edward noticed a strange reaction when the should-be murdered Santanico Pandemonium turned up to breakfast. So they were throwing that around a little bit. So it's the first time she's really had any pressure put on her.
Yeah.
And then they had the walk.
My favourite
question. Yeah, so we walked to the final resting place of Santanico Pandemonium, where we found out where the group found out who had been murdered. We already knew, obviously. And that happened. Santanico's gone.
Yeah.
Tiffany's lost her friend.
Santanico
deliberately.
Out.
Round the round table, we had a few theories thrown out. Sienna was back to her usual trying to get rid of Victoria ways. Victoria was back to her usual trying to get rid of Sienna ways.
Yeah.
As I said, Riffraff and Edward Cullen brought up Tiffany's reaction to Santanico turning up. But in the end, the group decided to trust in the wise words of Sienna Shaw, and we lost Victoria to the round table vote.
We did.
For the second time this series. Maybe
she wasn't voted out first time, was she?
No, but we lost her before. Yeah. So maybe she'll come back for the third time. Who knows?
Hopefully not.
This guy. And then we left you with the Traitors recruiting.
We did.
We had both narrowed it down to Riffraff, Roman Bridger, Abigail, or the guy with pins in his head, known as Pinhead. And let's get into it.
Okay.
The Traitors, unless you wanted to add something else.
No, I just felt like you were going to say something other than let's begin.
No, I'm saying let's begin. The Traitors have settled on the recruitment question for Riffraff.
Oh my god.
So we've gone for Riffraff.
Yeah. It's a solid choice.
Yeah, does Riffraff accept?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Riffraff's a little turncoat. He doesn't care, does he?
No, Riffraff wants to be playing this game and from the driving seat.
Yeah, he does.
Like the traitor's seat is the driving seat when you're playing this game.
When the moment he gets recruited to be a traitor is the moment where he busts in the door in that amazing silver and he's like, Frankie! It's that moment. This is his time to shine.
Good, and hopefully we will see that. The thought process behind that for Tiffany mainly was that he was one of the people pushing her strange reaction theory, and maybe now he can kind of step down on that or figure out a way to kind of take that spotlight off her and be like, you know what, maybe I just we were all a bit shocked. Maybe it was just a natural reaction.
Yeah,
maybe you can cool Edwards down as well.
Yeah, it also is can be used to dispel the theory that it's all women.
Yeah,
in the Traitors
Hedwig
Tower.
had dropped the women theory, and then Victoria going just kind of
cements
to
it.
back that up a little bit. So having a man traitor be revealed at some point.
I think Tiffany's playing. I say Tiffany because she's the only one actually doing anything. Tiffany's playing a dangerous game with Riffraff because she thinks that she's going to throw him under the bus, but Riffraff is going to bust out with that little fork thing and zip her and sing a song about it. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the song.
There you go. You're a traitor, now a hater. By Riffraff. There we go. We're moving. Right, episode 8, Breakfast. Our squad. Gang. For the first time ever in a series of Traitors, all arrive to breakfast simultaneously.
Wow.
I know. A big shook. On the table, a slight change has occurred.
Ooh.
In place of the almond croissants, a small box, a small metal box with intricate carvings that one of our contestants may recognise. The lament configuration makes its debut in the Traitors Castle.
Oh my god, Pinhead's finally going to do something.
So there you go, puzzle box has appeared.
Yeah.
Do we have any puzzlers, any keen puzzlers in our midst?
I mean, Pinhead is literally there. And whilst I haven't seen...
Pinhead has been told he is not himself allowed to solve the lament configuration.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, I have not actually seen all of Hellraiser, but I imagine he would know how to do it. Puzzlers. I think that Dr. Hutt is a smart guy. He problem solves. He'd probably be able to work out a puzzle.
Would he want to? Would he see that box and go, yeah, no, I'm going to have a go at that?
Well, I think so, because he has that quest for the ultimate knowledge, doesn't he? Of playing God and being God. So I feel like he wants to take that knowledge quest that far, is probably curious and wants to do it.
Yeah.
He's probably not just like, no, this doesn't matter. Because for the sake of the game, they all want to be there. Yeah. I don't think Dr. Hutt wants to be there generally, but for the sake of the game, he wants to be there. And so when this is presented to him, he wants to do the puzzle.
Do we think Pinhead makes it known that he is aware of the box?
I don't know enough about Pinhead to answer that question. I need you to answer that.
So the lament configuration is when you solve it, it's what sets Pinhead and the Cenobites on you. So it's what allows them to kind of cross over and mark you as their next.
Oh, then hell yeah.
Victim.
Hell yeah, he wants it. He's like, you know what? I've just been sat here doing nothing. Let's get him in.
Yeah, so he'll want someone to solve it.
Yeah, he will.
But will he tell him that? Will he try and
will he tell them that it's his box?
Yeah. Will he try and be like, oh, it's really good. Whatever's in there, I know it's sick. Trust, you really want it.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
from my universe, and it's lit.
Yeah, maybe.
They've told me not to do it because I already know how to solve it. I can't help you, but once you've done it.
Yeah, I think maybe. Or I think maybe not in that way. He's not so overly enthusiastic about it, but he's like, oh, I've seen this before. Everyone's kind of like, oh, okay. But no one really cares what Pinhead has to say.
Yeah, because he's just been...
Because he's done nothing. So they're just like, okay, cool.
Yep.
Can you help us solve it? And he's like, no, I've been told not to. And they're like, great. Thanks for that.
They will also have noticed no one was murdered. What are the thoughts on a no murder?
Did anyone have a shield? I don't think they did
no
they?
one had a shield, so that is...
So yeah, they know a recruitment's
guaranteed recruit. Which must be a scary prospect.
It must be a scary prospect. And in that case, I wonder if people are then looking at Pinhead like, oh, there was a recruitment and now you've got this box. Because they like to clutch at straws like that, and just anything that happens, they're like, it's you.
They are, yeah.
I think we've got some puzzle solvers. How many people solve it in the films? Is it difficult to solve? I mean, they've made like 50,000 films. Surely anyone can solve it.
Kind of supposed to be, but yeah, all of your protagonists have. So
yeah,
I think it's been Kirsty a couple of times, and
well, repeat offenders don't count because she knows how to do it already.
We had five or six people solve it.
Then yeah, I think between all of them they can do it. If it's been done multiple times by multiple people, however many of them there are can work it out.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Good. We are still with Sue, just to let that be known. So that is our traitor squad: Sue, Riffraff,
Tiffany.
and Tiffany. So we're back to 3. I think it's the first time, I don't remember seeing a series of traitor where someone was recruited on a week where no one had a shield. So it is an interesting thing.
It is an interesting thing. So now they know.
Like someone has been recruited, guaranteed, unless there was another twist, which Bella Winkleman
The
kicks
best
in
character.
the door, walks over now, and she's got no portraits to take down.
What's she gonna do?
So she just walks in. She says, "Hi everyone. Hope you're enjoying your breakfast. You'll notice there's a new prop on the table for you.
Yeah.
If you can solve it, it might be good. It might be bad. But one of you around this table already knows."
Ooh. So it's good that Pinhead already said that then.
It is, yeah, because
Bella gave him up.
She was going to drop him in it. And she says, "As for later, bring your A game, because I made a good game," emphasizing the letters AIM. AIM.
Game.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said that because I was thinking that she was highlighting vowels and I was like A-E-I.
No, A-I and M
Okay.
are the emphasis there.
Alright.
And then she leaves.
Fair. Also,
replacing the door.
as soon as I heard A game, I thought Pretty Little Liars and I was like, okay, A's here.
Yeah, maybe next series.
Maybe next
A will
series
make
we'll
it.
get A. Well, I mean, which one? We'd have to think about that.
Yeah.
No spoilers for Pretty Little Lies right now.
No.
Okay. Is it horror? No. Are we going to include it anyway? Yeah. Sharpay Evans was in this series.
She was. She was indeed. And it's not all strictly horror.
No.
It's things we like.
Yeah, it's just things we like. It's our game.
No,
Our
there you go.
videos.
Any conversations you want to run before we move to game?
I guess everyone's like, Pinhead, is this good or is this bad?
Mm.
And he's like, good. He doesn't say too much. I mean, in my head, like I said, I don't know Pinhead very well. In my head, Pinhead doesn't say much. Is this accurate?
I know he does talk. He does
Yeah?
talk quite a bit, but he speaks in like riddles, and not riddles per se, but he just
Yeah, flowery language.
flowery language.
All right. Well, I think in this game so far, he's just been very to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that changes now that his box is here, who knows? But I think he's just like, yeah, it's good.
Cool. So we will go on then.
Can they not solve the box?
Not in the time before the mission, no.
Oh, okay. Right.
Unfortunately not. They can
Okay.
get started on it if someone wants to get started on it.
Yeah, I guess Haiter's like, give that to me. Shaggy is a puzzle solver for his living. He is a detective.
He is.
So maybe Haiter and Shaggy are like, yeah, we've got this, bro.
Okay.
We so got this.
Cool. Good. But yeah, then the bell goes. Ding, 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 ding. Everyone outside. The cars are here. 20 minutes to get changed.
This isn't The Apprentice.
But yeah, so they turn up to a church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Each contestant has their own stained glass window with their picture.
Spooky.
With their picture on it. They then each take it in turns to fire a crossbow.
Oh, I remember this one. I say this
Okay.
every week.
You do, yeah, literally, yeah. There's only been 2 series, so they're quite easily remembered. But yeah. So yeah, they have to shoot a crossbow at a window of their choice. They eliminate, so they're aiming for other people. And if your window is broken, you're eliminated from the game.
Mm-hmm.
The last one standing, they are told, will become the witch hunter.
Wow, that's exciting.
No one knows what that means.
All right.
But Bella Winkleman suggests that they should choose wisely.
Okay.
That's all they're going to get.
Wow.
So whoever's window is left standing at the end will be the witch hunter. Money-wise, the pot for this game is 7,000.
Okay.
Each missed shot will deduct £100 from that pot.
Oh wow! If I was playing this, there would be no money, no money whatsoever.
So that is how this goes.
So who do we think is good with a crossbow then? And is there any conversation on who they think should be the witch hunter? I think maybe Sienna, they might put her forward as the witch hunter because she found a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
She's trustworthy. I imagine they think it's got to be someone trustworthy.
Yeah.
I think maybe Roman puts himself forward for it.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be in control.
Yeah.
He wants, but I don't think he's got a big enough following.
Is anyone willing to just go against it though and try and take her out the game? Does anyone not trust her enough that they would?
I reckon
you don't have to. You aim for whoever you want to aim for. You don't have to.
Yeah,
go with
that's true. But I mean, just
there's also
in conversation, the group might start to like say who they want to be the witch hunter, because then it gives the traitors a good idea of who the group trusts and who to keep an eye on and stuff. And maybe the group says they want Sienna, but Tiffany or Riff Raff will take her out anyway.
Yeah. Is there anyone who's so bad at shooting a crossbow that they could accidentally hit the Sienna window?
Lady Raven.
Yeah.
It gives me no indication that she would know how to shoot a crossbow. Carrie, because she can't use her powers. For
Probably
sure,
not great,
can't use a crossbow.
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't do much PE.
No. Edward Cullen can shoot a crossbow for sure. He's had hundreds of years of practice.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Yeah. Abigail, yes, also same
Yep.
reason. Sue? No. Like I don't. She's not.
I mean, she wouldn't be like actively good at it.
She wouldn't be like proficient
No.
in a crossbow.
I can imagine she'd never done it. I mean, she literally has just started existing, so she's never done it. But she's fairly like athletic, but you don't know about sporty.
Yeah, it's about aim.
Yeah, you don't
It's
know
more
about
about like. Yeah, I don't think
probably average
Sue
at best.
is very good at it. Shaggy gives me vibes like he might be, because I don't know why, but I feel like Shaggy knows how to like use a weapon.
Yeah.
He's a monster hunter.
He is. He usually ends up running away and not fighting. But
I reckon he's okay.
yeah.
He's not like Edward or Abigail, but he's not Lady Raven or Sue.
Sienna, good.
That's who we forgot. Yeah, I think she's good.
Yeah, Sienna's good. Ray
Probably
the water
thinks
ghost.
he's really good.
He's a water ghost.
Yeah, he probably thinks he's really good, but he's not that good. He's one of
It's
those
a
ones.
different kind of.
Yeah, I think he probably is one of those people that goes like axe throwing and thinks he's good at like
He'll think he's got it. Yeah.
manly pursuits such as firing a crossbow. So I think he's probably below average, but is confident.
Okay.
Roman, probably. I don't know. Strikes me. Could use a crossbow. Heiter, yeah. Again, he's a bit wild. Why not? Riff Raff. Did he use a crossbow in
Uses a.
Rocky Horror?
It's like a laser
No,
gun.
not the laser.
It uses guns though anyway.
Yeah,
so it's a similar.
true.
It's a similar shape.
True.
And,
Tiffany probably knows how to use a crossbow.
yeah, Tiffany is. Probably,
So Pinhead.
I would imagine Pinhead probably doesn't know how to use a crossbow. Not very hands-on in the things he does. It's all
Magic and stuff.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I think we've probably got about 50-50 then.
Yeah. So let's say they let Sienna go first
Yeah.
because they want her to win. Who's she aiming for?
Who's the most evil person left?
Who doesn't know? Who do they know is evil?
I think Pinhead.
Pinhead.
I think
Pinhead.
he looks like a demon, doesn't he?
Does, yeah.
So I think probably Pinhead.
Sienna aiming for Pinhead.
Yes.
Will roll.
Yeah.
What we're saying hits Pinhead on
I'd say she's fairly proficient.
doing a D12.
Yeah.
Say hits Pinhead on a 1 to 9. To 2. She hits
Yeah,
Pinhead.
she hits
There we
Pinhead. So Pinhead can't be the witch hunter. Sultan.
Pinhead's out the game, so he now doesn't get to shoot either.
Oh, he doesn't get to shoot
No.
either. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Doesn't.
right.
Who's stepping up next?
I reckon Ray.
Ray?
Yeah.
Ray they think's good. Ray wants to go for.
To be fair, I don't think they think Ray's good. I think Ray thinks
Ray's
that
like,
Ray
I'm
is
going
good.
next. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's not really had much involvement in the goings on lately, and he's probably feeling a bit of a way about that. So he's like, I'm next. It's me, the war ghost.
Okay, Ray hits. Ray shoots at.
Who do we think Ray shoots at? So Pinhead's out the way. Who does Ray think is a traitor? Is the question. I don't think Ray Ray. I can't remember who his group thought was.
Who does he think? Maybe we say, who does he think either might not be good at this game and could accidentally hit the one they want to be the witch hunter?
True.
Or who does he think is most likely to go against the grain in a selfishly motivated way, even if they're not the traitor?
True. I think he probably, in that case, goes for Carrie. He probably sees this teenage girl and is like, yeah, she can't do it. And firing a crossbow is harder than you think. So I think that Ray's gone in there with full confidence. However, I don't think he's that great, and I think it's a real 50-50 as to whether he does it or not.
Okay. Even numbers, he hits Carrie. Odd numbers, he misses.
Yeah. So that's a 2.
2 is even.
Even.
So that is Carrie eliminated from the game.
Eliminated.
She doesn't get to shoot.
She's probably a bit relieved, to be honest.
Probably doesn't,
I'm like, cool.
Oh well, fine.
I probably wouldn't be that good at it.
Cool. Who's next up? Let's fire through some.
Yeah, Roman.
Shooting at. Who does Roman do? Who do
Abigail,
Roman
I
don't like that
think.
much? Abby?
Don't they think it's Abigail?
I think they do think it's Abigail.
Or they did a while ago.
Or they're trying to make it seem like it's Abigail. Do they think it's Tiffany? Was he on board with the Riff Raff Edward thing?
I don't really know, to be honest. So do we think Tiffany or Abigail? Does he hold a grudge? We know he holds a grudge. He can hold a grudge his whole life, bro.
He does hold a grudge.
So I think he goes for Abigail.
Okay.
So Roman we said was kind of proficient in a crossbow, but now I'm not so sure about that. Would he be? Does he use a crossbow as Ghostface?
I don't think so. No.
Let's go half and half again.
Yeah,
I think for
50-50.
Roman.
Evens is good.
Oh, it's 12.
12. Evens.
Crit.
Roman
Shatters the
takes
glass.
Abigail out of the game.
It's such a good shot. It comes boomeranging back and wipes her out as well.
It kills the real Abigail. She's actually eliminated from the game of Traitors, not just the task. Okay.
Really.
Next up.
Let's just go along this way, I think. Maybe Haita next.
Yeah. Haita.
So Abigail's already been eliminated.
She has indeed.
I think Haita selfishly wants to be the witch hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to go for Sienna.
Cool.
Because he doesn't care.
Fine. Nice.
We said he was pretty good with a crossbow, didn't we?
Yeah, he's probably quite good, yeah.
Maybe like 7?
Yeah.
8?
Yeah, 1 through 8.
Who got a 9?
Who got a 9?
Yeah, who went first?
Sienna.
Sienna. Sorry, she's a fat burp. Should we say a 9?
Yeah.
For Haita, match him up with Sienna? Okay.
Yeah, give him a 9.
12 again.
12.
Yeah.
So it's a miss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Haita misses.
Does he hit anyone else by accident? Is the question. How
I
close
suppose
is
it would be, because if we were going, the 12 would be a natural 1.
Yeah.
In that sense. So we can say he hits someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, roll it again. We'll count them up.
That is a 9.
He hits player number 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lady Raven.
He hits Lady Raven.
He hits
no.
Lady Raven.
Lady Raven's out.
And she's fuming.
She is, yeah.
Everyone is fuming at Haita now, I think. They're like, firstly, why did you go for Sienna? Secondly, why were you bad? Thirdly, now Lady Raven does
Now
not
Lady
get
Raven's
to go.
out. We trust her to.
And she's
at
a
least not
trustworthy
aim for
player.
Sienna,
Yeah.
She's too timid, but she wouldn't. Even if she were a traitor, she wouldn't aim for Sienna.
No.
Okay, right. Raven's out.
Raven
Let's
is out.
whack. Let's give Riff Raff a go.
Yeah.
Riff.
Carrie's already out,
Mm-hmm.
and he was going to go for Carrie, I would have thought. Does he go for Haita? Is he going full
little
allegiance
revenge.
switch?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like doctors, for one.
Mad doctors are not easy.
He doesn't like them, and he thinks maybe he can gain a bit of goodwill with the group if he takes out Haita at this point. Riffraff, I think, very proficient with a crossbow, and I almost kind of don't even want to roll for it.
Go on.
I think he hit 11.
We'll roll. Yeah, 1 to 11.
It's an 8.
There you go. Riffraff takes out Dr. Haita.
Yeah, and I think people are a bit surprised by that because they were friends. But I think Riffraff is like, well, we don't want him to be the witch hunter. You all made it very clear you don't want him to be the witch hunter.
For the best of the great.
For the greater good.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next? Pinhead?
Pinhead's out the game.
Pinhead's out the game.
Yeah.
Ray's a bit Shaggy.
Shaggy, yeah. Shaggy can go.
Oh no, Shaggy's going to have to go for one of his friends. Maybe Shaggy's like, zoinks.
Shaggy can go for Riffraff, Tiffany, Roman, Ray.
I don't think he wants to.
Sue, Abigail. No, Abby's out.
Abby's out. I'm wondering if Shaggy self-eliminates here.
Self-eliminates? Can shoot himself. Yeah, he doesn't want to be the witch hunter.
He doesn't want to be the witch hunter. Yeah, okay. I think he doesn't want that responsibility, and I think he self-eliminates, if that's allowed.
Yeah, that's allowed.
Yeah.
Go on, so he's going to aim for himself.
What should we say?
Even numbers is he hits himself.
Odd numbers is
Odd numbers he misses.
Okay.
On a 1 he'll hit someone else.
Okay. 9.
9, so he misses.
He misses.
Shaggy misses. That's £100 off the pot.
And now everyone's like, what the hell? He's like, I just don't want to be witch hunter, please.
Yeah, witch hunter general.
Yeah. So I think everyone will take that into account.
Yeah, that's fair. Eddie boy?
I think Edward does the honourable thing and shoots Shaggy.
Shoots Shaggy. Just Shaggy, not even the...
Just shoots him in the head. I think Edward, like 10 and above. I reckon he's had all these years. They train quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like 7.
Okay. Edward hits Shaggy.
I think as well, Edward is like, phew, that saves him having to actually pick someone because Shaggy was like, please, I don't want to play. Yeah.
Take me out.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Who's up?
Sue probably goes for Roman. They don't like each other very much, do they?
No, they're the same.
Is Roman still in?
Roman's in, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to go for Roman.
Cool.
I think she's probably half and half. Yeah, alright. Odds she hits, even she misses. Odds, it's 5.
Nice.
So Roman's out.
Roman's out.
Roman's
They're all having
fuming.
a good clear run of hits here.
Yeah, which is surprising because in the real game they flop so hard.
They do, yeah.
But I guess these are people who, they're not just,
Just random
random people
some of
off
them
the
are,
street.
but not. Yeah, most of them are. You could believe had some
skilled in some way. Lady Revan's out. Sienna's been carries out.
Carries out.
So it's just Abigail. Oh, she's out.
Abigail's out.
Done.
Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Who could she shoot?
Is she gonna go for Sienna, or is she happy to let Sienna?
I think at this point she can't shoot on purpose for Sienna.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
And Lady Raven.
True.
If Lady Raven went out accidentally, that suggests that she was the window next to her. So she can't subtly shoot Sienna now.
Yeah, if we're putting them in the order that they're on our little dash here.
Yeah.
Then both of the windows next to Sienna have been taken out. She could go for Edward, which would be close to Sienna's.
True.
But it would need to be a pretty good miss.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have to be a very convincing miss.
Yeah.
And I don't think people would believe it of her.
Yeah, I think they're already suspicious because Riffraff hasn't been able to do any damage control yet.
Yeah.
So they're all still got the Riffraff Edward theory in their heads.
So maybe she does go for Edward just out of spite.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, you think it's me, I don't trust you, so I don't want you to be it.
Yeah.
So I think she's had to put a little cork in that plan
Yeah.
there, because obviously Sue and Riff Raff weren't going to do it. So
Cool, because she goes for Edward.
yeah.
What are we giving her? Halves?
Give her a little bit of
A little bit
bit
more?
of respect on Tiffany.
Okay.
Maybe
1 to 7.
yeah.
Cool. 1 to 7. Hits 12.
4.
Cool. She hits Edward. There we go. Okay, so Sienna back up for her second shot.
Round 2.
With Tiffany, Sue, Ray, and Riff Raff to choose from. Providing she's not going to shoot herself, assuming.
No, I don't think she is, because she is the chosen one.
Yes.
So either she goes to someone who's a bad shot, or she just picks someone at random. Because she's fair. I don't think any of them are bad shots, as proven by the fact that they succeeded in shooting.
Yeah, they've been pretty proven that the whole group are...
Yeah, I wonder if she's just like Ray, nothing personal, buddy, but everyone else was a little better than you.
Yeah.
Everyone else got it straight in the middle, and you kind of didn't.
Yeah, fine.
So I think she goes for Ray.
Cool.
Right, it's a 9 for Sienna, isn't it?
I feel like that was maybe a bit higher before. Let's give her an 8.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's give her an
8. 1 to 8.
7.
Oh.
Hoo-hoo-hoo!
Ray's eliminated.
Ray is eliminated, and he's fuming.
Riff Raff is up next with Sienna, Tiffany, and Sue, or himself to choose from.
Yeah, it's Sue is kind of near Sienna, but he has shown he is a very good shot. So I think the traitors at this point kind of have to let Sienna have it.
Yeah.
There's no way, like, they've all shown that they are pretty decent at this. So Sue is like 2 along from her, and it would be a bit off to miss that way.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, I think Riff Raff kind of does what he wants.
Does Riff Raff want Sienna to be the witch hunter?
No, I think they'd obviously prefer it to be one of them. Because they're kind of worried what the witch hunter thing might, like, what the advantage might be of that.
Yeah.
I think, though, he himself can do nothing about it because he is such a good shot, and it would be so obvious.
Yeah.
If he went for Sienna. And I think, like...
Because we are now all 3 traitors. And Sienna left shooting.
Which is coincidental, and I hadn't even realised until
yeah.
just now we were left with the 3 traitors. And Sienna. And I think the 3 traitors, although they can't discuss it, they all know that they want to be the witch hunter. And Sue is quite schemy, so she might be able to pull off, oh no. Riff Raff though, I don't believe can pull that off, because he's shown that he's like a crack shot. So I think he goes for like Tiffany on the hope that Sue will go for Sienna. And Riff Raff, again, he says to Tiffany, like, it's nothing personal, but we all want Sienna there at the end, so we all have to go.
Yeah, maybe I'll say, oh, Sue's next, like, just self-eliminate. If Sue self-eliminates, Sienna shoots me, and then we're all good, and then it's that one chance that Sue could miss a little bit.
I think he explains it like that. It's very clear, but the subtext is there when he's like, Sue will self-eliminate. And what did we say was...
I think he was on an 8 or a 9. Was he the highest one?
He was the highest one. I think he was 11.
I think he was
We had an 11.
Okay.
It's a 7, so it doesn't matter anyway. Whatever it was, he hits.
Riff hits Tiff.
Yep.
Which brings us to Sue's shot.
Yep.
She going for the self-healing?
I think she is going to pretend that she's going for the self-eliminate, but she's going to...
She's on she's even on the dice anyway, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
So even numbers is Sienna, who she is actually aiming for. And then odd numbers, she misses.
We can work out after that.
Yeah.
What happens with
on
this.
a nat 1, surprise result.
Okay. It's an 11.
That's an odd number, so she misses.
She does miss.
There you go. Misses everyone, so she can
Yeah.
she can kind of say, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, whoops. Sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Misses. There's £100. We've lost £200 from the 7,000 press.
Wow.
Barely a dent. They're all too good at shooting.
They are, yeah. Okay.
Sienna. So it's just Sienna and
Sue.
Sue left.
Yeah.
No, Riff Raff's still in. No one's shot Riff Raff yet.
Oh,
Sienna was going to shoot Riff Raff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the plan was for Sienna to shoot Riff Raff.
Yeah.
So Sienna's like, I think...
Sienna trusts that after that miss that Sue's going to...
No, that's what I was
able
going
to
to say.
that,
I think this puts a flaw in the plan. And Sienna's like, Sue,
I need Riff Raff to shoot me.
I
and not
need
you.
Riff Raff
Yeah.
to shoot me
himself.
and get it with the most money. The most efficient way for me to do this is for me to shoot Sue. That's hard to say. Me to shoot Sue, and then Riff Raff to self-eliminate. And they're kind of like,
yeah. She had one shot at it. She had one shot at it and she missed.
They tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
That's all they could do.
So Sienna's going to go for Sue. And Sienna, we took down a number.
2 and 8. Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 to 8.
4.
4. Sienna cold does not miss. She's played this game very well. All of the challenges.
Yeah,
She's
has.
just kind of rocked it. So Sue's out. Riff Raff falls on you to self-eliminate. 2 years.
He kind of has to.
On an 11. 2 years.
3.
He hits. Riff Raff eliminates himself, which means that on top of £6,800 being added to the prize fund, taking us up to 53.8 thousand, a healthy amount.
That's very healthy. I would like to be on this show.
So on top of that, we have Sienna Shaw, crowned the Witch Hunter.
Nice.
And must, until she is told otherwise, wear a fedora.
Oh, okay. All right.
To signify that she is the Witch Hunter.
Fair enough. Not a strong look for her.
No, not at all. But here we go.
Yeah, I think after this game, Tiffany's furious because the other two couldn't get it together. Yeah. Basically. Riff Raff should have pretended he wasn't such a good shot.
They should have tried, we should have tried earlier on in the game to swing it in their favour.
Yeah, Tiffany's fuming because them two messed it up for her, in her opinion. Ray's fuming because he got taken out by Sienna and he didn't particularly want to be. Hyter's fuming because he got taken out by Riff Raff and he thought they were friends. Yeah. And Roman is also fuming. Just because they don't like the idea of being taken out, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Abigail's pretty chill.
Roman's pissed because he got taken out by Sue.
Yeah.
Like that one who couldn't hit a barn door at the end there.
Yeah.
Managed to... Not good.
Exactly. So everyone's fuming basically after that game. Except Shaggy.
Shaggy's like, yeah.
Shaggy's chill. He's like, I don't have to be the witch hunter. Yeah. His friendship with Edward is solidified. Good work all round. Good work. I like the Edward, Abigail, Shaggy.
The Edward, Abigail, Shaggy.
Yeah, the little triangle. Yeah. Because Edward is suspicious of his friendship group, isn't he?
He is now because he was. It's all women.
It's all lining up.
Yeah.
So he was suspicious of Carrie. He was getting very suspicious of Carrie. So he was already suspicious of his friends, and I think he appreciates her now having another friendship with Shaggy because everyone is 100%, 99% sure that Shaggy is not a traitor. So yeah, like that.
Yeah. Get some downtime if we want to do anything with it.
Yeah, I think Edward and Shaggy just
having a
bro chat.
Having a good bro chat.
Yeah, I think they have a chat, and I think Edward maybe shares his suspicions on the girlies in the group. I think he kind of catches Shaggy up to speed because he wasn't really intricately in that group. And Edward wants his opinion, and I think Shaggy thinks that Carrie is quiet, but that's not necessarily
it's not a tell.
Suspicious. Velma is quiet.
Yeah.
And he's friends with Velma.
Yeah.
He likes Abigail. Thinks she's cool. Yeah, I think that's that conversation. I think Hyter, Roman, and Ray are all just punching walls, left, right, and centre. There's a lot of holes in walls in the Traitors Castle tonight.
A lot of white boy rage there is going on in this.
Yeah, they're just punching walls.
Thing.
But I think they are like, right, okay, we actually need to have a conversation. We need to come together.
Mm-hmm.
We need to bring Pinhead into this.
Yeah.
And we need to solve that puzzle box because we need that advantage.
I was going to bring it round to the puzzle box, but there we go.
So I think they are feeling slighted that they all got taken out.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, bring Pinhead in.
Quickly sneak the
Get
puzzle
the
box
puzzle
away.
box, get Pinhead here. Because whilst he can't do it,
Mm-hmm.
be helpful to have him there, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they get him, they get the puzzle box, and they get together to try and do it. But I think as well, Tiffany, Riff Raff, and Sue will all want to try and do the puzzle box as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Abigail as well, maybe, I think. But I think it's harder for Tiffany, Riff Raff, and Sue because they can't be seen to be like grouping together.
Yeah, because it would feel like it had come out of nowhere at this point. Like Riff Raff and Tiffany have always had a little bit of a like Riff Raff Magenta type bond.
Yes.
Where they've always spoken, but Sue's never really been.
No. So I guess we could roll for this. Does Tiffany get the puzzle box first, or does say they send in Roman? Does Tiffany or Roman get the puzzle box first?
Yeah.
And I said there's no way we can really talk that one out.
No.
So I think we should roll.
Yeah, it's just who's on the mind of when they get back to the castle.
All of them, yeah. I think
anyone, yeah.
I think those three, they all need time to meet with someone to talk about getting it. So I think we should roll between Roman and Tiffany.
Okay.
Roman is I've just picked one of that group.
Mm-hmm.
So should we say odds it's Tiffany, evens it's Roman?
Mm-hmm.
5. Tiffany gets it.
Tiffany gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke.
So Tiffany gets the puzzle book first and gets to Pinhead as well, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think when Roman goes to get it, he's like,
where's it gone?
Where's it gone?
They're looking around the house.
And they're looking for it. And so now everyone is looking for this puzzle box because Roman went to get it and it wasn't there.
Just trying to solve it.
Yeah. And it was like, why were you looking for it, Roman, without talking to any of us? He's like, I was just going to bring it to the group. I was going to come and find you when I had it. So Tiffany's got it. And now everyone knows that Tiffany took it secretly. Because they all know that
she's missing.
They all know that they don't have it.
Yeah.
They all know that they do not have this puzzle box. So Tiffany is alone with Pinhead. Because I don't think she would want to bring Sue at least in on this.
Yeah.
Sue is too busy being in that group over there.
Yeah. Sue's just trying to keep the group alive so that she's got
she's got
some
safety net.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Riff Raff, I don't know, I think she would think it was too risky for 2 of them to get the puzzle box and try and solve it. So I think she goes.
She's going to take the fall on it.
I think she
probably thinks she's best placed to talk herself out of
that's
it
what I was
being
going to say.
suspicious as
I
well.
think she thinks she can speak on why she's doing it better than Riff Raff can. Because no one is really friends with Riff Raff, whereas everyone kind of likes Tiffany.
Would she do it like she's taking it off to a room and like sort of not hiding but hiding while she's doing it? She wouldn't just kind of actively try and solve it in amongst.
No, I don't think she would. I think she would, or she wouldn't keep it where it is, but she's not gathering people to help her.
Yeah.
She's just doing it. And maybe she does keep it where it is.
So she's not trying to like.
She's not trying to sneakily do it. No, she's just not asked anyone
else. I'll go and.
She's not told anyone she's going to do it.
Yeah.
And she's kind of excluded everyone else from it because she wants the reward, whatever it's going to be.
Okay. So Roman then walks in on her trying to solve it.
Yeah, I guess he's not like, where is it? Because she's not actually trying to hide. He's like, whoa, what are you doing?
Oh, a bit of friction.
I'm just trying to solve it.
Just trying to solve it. Like, I think we're all going to try and solve it. Like,
yeah.
Just thought I would try and solve it.
I didn't think this was a group activity.
Yeah.
I thought I could do it, so I did it. But then it is still sneaky because it's just her and Pinhead in the room. So it's like she's brought Pinhead here to help her solve it and not told anyone. So it is still kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
So it could be perceived as sneaky. But
just Dropping herself in it again.
She's dropping herself in it again.
Come on, Tiffany.
Yeah, and I think Roman goes out and tells everyone, he's like, oh, Tiffany's just solving that by herself in there without telling anyone. And Pinhead's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's gone like, oh, that's strange. Like, that is suspicious behaviour.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do they confront her? The group?
Yeah, I think they all go in there like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm just trying to solve the puzzle. It's like, none of you seem bothered about it. So I kind of like telling them off, like, none of you seem concerned with the puzzle box, so I thought someone had to do it.
Yeah, I just want to get it done like before tonight, just in case.
Yeah.
We don't know when it's going to disappear again.
Exactly, and none of you seem concerned, so I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm. She right at it? She's good at it?
I don't know, she does like spells and stuff, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So...
Like, it's not the most complicated thing. It's pretty complex.
Yeah,
but
and she's got Pinhead there to help her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she can do it. Yeah.
Okay, so she gets it to the point where last move, right? Last move coming. Pinhead is allowed to say final move.
Yeah, I think this has kind of worked in her favour because she's not sure if it's a benefit or not.
Mm-hmm.
And while she's worked it out, now, because I reckon Pinhead's just in the corner like, yes. And she's feeling a bit of doubt about doing it.
There's a bonus on
now.
that, yeah.
So now that they've all walked in and her, she can be like, okay, go on then.
Yeah, there you go. There's
like,
one thing left. Literally, we have to push this down.
Yeah, like, okay.
And then it's done.
Like, if you guys are so concerned about
so whoever wants to be the one to make
I
that
reckon
move.
it's Ray.
Yeah?
Ray is so desperate to assert himself at this point that I think he literally snaps it out of her hand and, like, I don't know, I just spanked it. As you can tell, I haven't really seen Hellraiser, so he spanks them. I think he finishes it because he is so desperate to assert himself as like a leader in this group, even though no one's asked for it, no one wants it.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, he solves. It all clicks into place.
So the way it works is it's the person who does the final move and not the person who did all the labour.
Final move. It's whoever's holding it when it's solved.
A woman does all the labour, a man comes and just goes boom, and he.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Whoever's holding it when
Just
the puzzle
like
box
life.
is solved. So he closes that thing shut. The 80s blue lightning effect kind of starts to and shovels everywhere.
Okay.
Ray is consumed in this blue light.
Lots happened to Ray.
Yeah, he's had a bad time of it. And then this like pulsy blue light travels from Ray's through his hands, and you see as this happens, the same thing happens to Pinhead in the corner. He's just like, and then it kind of goes all over their body, and then it disappears. That's all we know. And then they are called to the round table.
Oh, everyone's kind of like, Pinhead, would you care to provide any more information on what's just happened? And he's like, no.
He doesn't know in the context of the game.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
they've done to his box. They just know that it's somehow linked to him.
That's true.
But yeah, round table. Here's how it goes down.
Okay.
All players write a vote as normal, except for the witch hunter.
Okay.
The witch hunter then picks 3 people to be put on witch trial until the next day. So there'll be no elimination.
Okay.
And there'll be no murder tonight either.
Okay, so why are they voting?
To put their opinions across on who she should try and sway Sienna's who she puts up
for
trial. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so next tomorrow's or in the next episode's round table, one of the 3 witches will be banished.
Okay. All right. Ooh-wee.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh-wee.
So what do we think?
Okay, I think Carrie's a bit cooked. She's getting voted for. 100%. I don't think she's going to go home.
And Sienna's putting her up, yeah?
I think everyone is going to come back to her because in the last one, they said if it's Victoria, we need to also look at Carrie because of Santanico voted for her. She's been a bit over the top with tears.
Yeah.
and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the group comes back to that and says, well, she has to be one of the three.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't do that, Sienna, after we're all asking you to, suspicious. If you won't put her forward.
Yeah.
And so she's reluctant to because she likes Carrie and she doesn't think she's a traitor.
Yeah.
But
she
has to because it is suspicious.
She's just saying, Carrie, like, I hope you can do enough to stay around tomorrow, but I have to put you up.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fine.
She's fair. Sienna is fair. So I think Carrie is one of the people up for elimination.
Okay.
And then I think it just kind of the table explodes into chaos.
It's a bit of a free for all.
Yeah.
Is Tiffany going up here?
I think that people think it's weird that she went to do the thing without them, but she did give it up.
She did give it up. Yeah, she let Ray.
Yeah.
Finish it.
I think she might though, because they would be like, well, you only gave it up because you got found out.
We've had a few things in the last couple of episodes,
that are
and whilst
building.
Riff Raff might have done a little bit of damage control for the shocked reaction to Santanico,
Yeah.
it will still be in the back of their minds.
It will. Okay, I think Tiffany, and I think Sienna will put her up because they're not particularly close, are they?
And then what? Are they going all women?
I wonder if they have a discussion on Pinhead, but then they maybe decide that, well, if he was a traitor, it would be a bit unfair for them to put something like, because it's a bit weird that this box came for Pinhead, and they'd be like, yeah, but the game wouldn't out him like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So maybe he is off the table. Maybe people think it's weird that Ray has been acting so alpha male the last few episodes. He's been really desperate to assert as a leader. Is it because he's a traitor and he wants to lead the conversations down a certain path? I don't think they've got an awful lot to go on.
No, they don't.
No. So it's between Ray and Abigail, because Abigail's been suspected before, she's kind of come out of that.
But yeah, if they're still, if in their heads, like, Victoria's elimination and being a traitor has made Hedwig's theory have weight.
But they also know that there was a recruitment.
They do, yeah.
And Ray has been acting weird.
Yeah.
Today.
I guess, today, as the water ghost
has taken
more.
hold. He's acted very strangely in the past day since the recruitment.
Yeah.
So I think Ray goes up as well.
I think that's fair, yeah. I think Ray. Yeah, I like that three.
Yeah.
There you go. So Sienna as the witch hunter nominates Carrie, Tiffany, and Ray as the potential witches.
Yeah.
And now,
just don't know if Sienna will put Carrie up, but I think she does.
I mean, she would do one for the good of the group.
Yeah.
And then maybe take one that is just her own.
Yeah, and I think she probably suspects Ray because he's changed.
Probably the Ray one, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So she says, okay, I'll put Carrie up for you guys. I absolutely don't think it's her, and I will fight her corner on it.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing that for you, then I'm putting him up for me. Right. Yeah. And then Tiffany is the other one that the groups decide.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
That's that.
That's that.
We'll go to the turret. Because there is a traitor meeting.
Nice.
Despite no murder, they can't recruit.
No.
That would be unfair. They must pick one of the three potential witches to become a real witch.
A real witch?
Yeah. So one of these three potentials is actually a witch.
That's exciting.
The traitors decide who that witch is.
Okay.
They are told, the traitors are told, if the faithful manage to banish the witch, then they, as a group, will receive a huge clue to help them in the game.
Okay.
If the witch is not found, they become a traitor.
Oh, that's exciting, because Tiffany's in that mix. Yeah. I don't think Tiffany wants Ray or Carrie as a traitor.
No.
And I think Riff Raff definitely doesn't want Ray as a traitor.
Probably not, no.
Sue wouldn't mind Carrie being a traitor because she's on her side, because it kind of feels like Tiffany has Riff Raff.
Yeah.
And she's on the edge.
It'd be nice for Sue that, yeah.
But I'm not sure. I wonder if Tiffany just is like, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll be the
I
witch.
don't believe they're going to get rid of me.
Yeah, I like. She is a bit overly confident. I think maybe she assumes that she'll be absolutely fine. The only other thing I could think of is that they pick Carrie. Because they're also not so sure that Carrie's going to get voted out.
Yeah, because they know that there's at least one person who's going to really stick it out for her.
No, I think Tiffany gives it to herself. I think they decide as a group to give it to herself. Tiffany relies on Tiffany, and I think she does not like the idea of someone else having that and becoming part of the traitor group. I think her and Riff Raff are like, they're not good. They're not going to be good traitors. I would want Abigail or even Sienna if she would do it, which she wouldn't. But like, they don't want Carrie and Ray.
Yeah.
So she's gonna take it.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
That's episode 8.
Ooh.
Tiffany's a witch.
Yep.
And the group don't know that, but will they figure it out? They have one episode to do so. Find out next time.
Find out next time on
Spookins Does Traitors. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, drop us a comment, tell us what you thought, what you want to happen, what you think's going to happen. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. We do tier lists. We're looking at doing some more trailer breakdowns when some trailers drop that we're interested in.
Yeah. Because the Megan one was very popular, so thank you to everyone that's joined us since then.
Yeah, if you've come in from that Megan trailer, we really appreciate the support on that one. I can't believe how well it's done, to be honest. So yeah, we'll definitely do more of those because obviously you guys enjoy it, and that's fun for us. Yeah,
do tier lists, trailer breakdowns. We play games a lot.
We do play games a lot. As quizzes. There was a quiz just uploaded on the channel in the middle of last week, so please go and check that one out. That was a fun horror image quiz.
Yes, it was.
Which you can all play along with. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be alerted when our next video goes up, because who knows when that might be. We're not quite setting a schedule yet, although we would like to become. So I think that's everything.
Yeah, thank you very much.
There you go.
Bye.